Good morning, good morning, good morning, YouTube. What's up, guys? Happy to see you guys. This is Jason with Ray of Light Tarot, aka Seva. And yes, I love you guys. I really love you guys to death. But no, no, I in fact am not dressed up for you. Although I do love you guys. You get the privilege of seeing me a little bit spiffed up this morning because I have a very, two very potentially pivotal meetings this morning. So I'm looking forward to those very shortly, in fact. So Wednesday Wisdom is going to be kind of an abbreviated version. It's going to be a little bit slower than normal. So we'll see how it goes. Good morning, Christina. How's it going? Good to see you. So wish me luck on my meetings. They could be potentially very pivotal in how the next year of my life unfolds. So I'm freaking very excited about these things. Yeah, we'll see. Yes, twirl well. Thank you. Pivot and twirl well. I always do. You know it. You know it. I always do. So, guys, what I'd like to talk to you guys about today. Let me take these back off and look at you with my serious eyes. No, excuse me. Today, I'd like to talk to you guys about forgiveness. We talked a little bit yesterday about, oh, how is Mr. Brutus? Let's have a moment of catching up, guys. How's Mr. Brutus doing, Christina? Is he doing okay? Bentley's hanging in there. Come here, Bentley. You want to say hi to the folks? He definitely wants to say hi. I really shouldn't get my shirt dirty. You want to say hi to the folks? Come here, Mr. Bent. Come here. He wants to say hi. You want to say hi? Come here. Come here, baby. Come on. He's gonna say hi to you guys. Come here, babe. I'm gonna let you say it. Come here. Come on, Bubba. Don't get all grumpy. Here. I hear her barking. Okay. You want to say hi to the peeps, baby? Look at him. Here, baby. Here, baby. This is your boy. Say hey. Say hi, guys. Say hi. My name is Mr. Bentley. I love you guys to death. Do you love them? Do you love them? They love you too. Mr. Bentley says, hi, guys. Hi, guys. I love you. He really, really does too. He's a lover, not a fighter. But if you come for his dad, he might just fight you. If you come for his dad, he might just fight you. Right, Bubba? Say, right. Okay, I'm going to let you down now. You can't get me all furry and sweaty. I have to look somewhat competent in about 30 minutes. All right. Good morning, Channel 4 Grace. Okay, so let's talk about this, guys, while I've got time. I got to get moving here. Forgiveness. So yeah, the other day we talked about yesterday, in fact, we talked about, you know, stepping out of that victim mentality and stepping into being, your own hero and, your own survivor, and then going from survivor to ultimate thriver, right? To being the hero to yourself and to other people, that other people have been for you at one time or another, instead of being just the victim to your victimizer. And so I want to talk about forgiveness. Forgiveness to the people who have victimized you. For those of you like myself on a twin soul journey, forgiveness to your twin soul, for not maybe for however they've hurt you or let you down or you feel disappointed. Trust me, they probably feel disappointed in you in ways too. And forgiveness, it's not really about the other person, guys. Forgiveness is really about you. It's about giving yourself a break, because we can only forgive other people to the extent that we can forgive ourselves. And I know that sounds strange, but it's really true. It's kind of like the ability to love. You can only really love someone else to the extent that you love yourself. Because, and as a Virgo, listen, as a Virgo, I'm really an expert on this, because at Virgos, we're very critical. It's our gift. Our gift is being in the details and seeing things with the critical eye, okay? So we're very critical of other people and even more of ourselves, right? That is our gift. Our gift is to see through the BS, to see right to the details, and to see what matters. Because Virgos operate under the assumption that, whereas a lot of people might not think it's a big deal for a word in a sentence to be misspelled, right? But Virgos, we operate under the assumption that If it's okay for that one word to be misspelled, then is it okay for two words to be misspelled? And what about three? And is it okay if your entire page is nothing but misspelled words? At what point does it stop being okay to just brush over an error? So our critical eye and our critical mind has the best intentions. It's about trying to make things as perfect and accurate as they can be. And we do have the understanding that perfection does not exist in this realm. We do have that understanding, but we still want to strive for it. Having said that, we also understand, because we understand that perfection doesn't exist, it actually becomes easier for us to forgive. Just as much as it's easy for us to criticize, we're also going to be just as easily, you're going to find that we're just as quick to forgive and to forgive ourselves and other people's failure to be perfect. So because we have such an obsession with perfection, finding the perfect love, finding the perfect career, we have such an obsession with perfection as Virgos, and an equal understanding that perfection doesn't actually exist. So as critical as we can also be very forgiving and understanding when approached properly. And also very quick to ask for forgiveness when approached properly. I don't like to talk too much about my twin soul journey because, I like to protect the innocent. And as far as my twin soul goes, he's not on social media. He doesn't deserve to have his business put out there. So when I tell stories, I try to tell them to the extent that they can help you guys, but they also don't really give too much information about him or his side of things. But I will say this, on the twin soul journey, we both, I think, for our own reasons, and both accurately, felt betrayed by each other recently. The difference to me was that I was willing to try and fix the friendship, the relationship, whatever, and he wasn't. He just bounced. And what really hurt me from my perspective was looking back over the situation. I've always been the one who was willing to fix it, who was willing to forgive, who was willing to stand up when other people said things or whenever anything came up. I was always the one willing to. And the other side, I felt like, was always the one not willing to, looking to run, not willing to, looking to run, always assuming the worst, quick to run. And so eventually I decided, okay, I'm done. I'm going to start doing that too. And I realized part of that attitude is the resentment that built up in me and the pain and the hurt. And so I had to go through a process of kind of reminding myself that it was my choice to defend. It's always my choice to defend someone else. Okay. It's not the other person's in a situation's fault what I choose to do. If I choose to believe the best, if I choose to defend, and it doesn't mean that they are equally responsible to believe the best in me or to defend me or to give me the same amount of chances that I've given them. It doesn't. So, and we also you and nobody else have the same experiences that mold who you are. So what you have to do is decide, no matter what someone does to you, to forgive them. And it doesn't mean you want to let them back into your life. It doesn't mean that you want to give it a second chance. It doesn't even mean that you want to talk to them or tell them you forgive them. But you need to forgive so that you can move forward in your life and have a chance for happiness. Because I know if I don't forgive my twin soul for the ways that I was disappointed and let down, and also ask for forgiveness, put it out there energetically, I won't be able to have a very easy time trusting anyone or having a relationship that's healthy and reciprocal in the future without doing that, right? Because, we scar tissue builds up. So it's very important, guys, to exactly, Jai, if I'm not forgiving, I'm just hurting myself. And that goes for all of us. So, I told you guys my birthday came and I knew I wouldn't hear from that person who at one time I considered my best friend, and he did as well, consider me his best friend. The difference between us, though, is when I have falling outs with people that I love, that I consider a best friend, that are like family to me, it's just like family. Whether I'm speaking to my family or not, whether we're getting along well, when it comes to like a birthday or certain things, I'll pop a card out in the mail, or I call, I just have a different set of rules. But the thing is, everybody has a different set of rules. So just because to me, that is like the most absurd thing in the world to be that way, and it feels very immature, to someone else, it may feel like, if we're not in each other's daily life, why the hell am I going to go out of my way and pretend we are on just another day of the year? And I get that. So when it comes to those examples, you have to understand people don't all think the same way, right? So a lot of our resentments come from expectations that people have the same mindset or even the same heart as we do, and they don't. Now, a twin soul has a lot of the same feelings as you and experiences because you are part of your souls come from the same resonance, right? The same vibration, or at least have the potential to be in the same vibration. But you've got to add your life experiences, your dividing one side being the masculine and the feminine, and all of those, and then traumas on top of that, and all of those things are going to make you very different people in this world, regardless of how strong your soul connection is. So just remember that. Ultimately, guys, none of that matters when it comes to the idea of forgiveness. It doesn't matter how close you were with somebody, how close you're not, how closely connected you are, whether you're family, whether you're friends, whether you're acquaintances, whether they're your enemy. It doesn't matter. Forgiveness is forgiveness is forgiveness. And what it comes down to is holding on to the idea that had things been different, or that things should have been different, that things could have been better. That's not true though. Everything happens the way it's supposed to, okay? And I knew that in my specific situation when it happened, I could, because I'm awake, I could see the universe at hand, right? When you're saying we're not going to let the darkness get us this time, and the darkness goes, "Oh yes, you are." So when you can see the universe at hand, that makes it easier to go, okay, this was supposed to happen. It makes it a little easier to forgive people. But guys, you've got to do that in every aspect of your life, to recognize things happen the way they're supposed to. And if you can truly, I was just talking to someone about this in a live reading this morning. If you can truly accept that things happen the way they're supposed to, it doesn't mean, like I said, it doesn't excuse someone's behavior, and it doesn't excuse your own mistakes. But if you can truly accept that things happen exactly as they're supposed to, it makes it a little easier to hold that compassion and forgiveness, and also gratitude for whatever lessons that person brought to you, and whatever experiences you experienced that have brought you to be the person that you are today. Because it's actually something to be grateful for. Doesn't mean you're not going to still have moments where you're pissed off or angry, resentful, sad, crying, whatever. You're going to have all those moments. But if you can, through those moments, try to cut through all of that and remember, I hold this person in forgiveness and in love, and I am grateful for the lessons they taught me. That is big. Okay, that's big stuff right there. That's big person talk, and that's big person growth. So just remember that, guys. It's really about you, your relationship with yourself, your relationship with the divine. All of those things come from from that forgiveness, that willingness to forgive. And like I said, it doesn't mean you're going to feel forgiving all the time. You're probably not. But the willingness to always try to go back to that place of forgiveness is a beautiful thing. And that shows growth. That shows big boy pants and big girl pants that you're wearing, and not baby boy and baby girl diapers, okay? And it doesn't matter what the other person in the situation does. It's about you, okay? It's about you and what you do. Yeah, thank you. I'm really excited. I'm really excited about, sorry guys. I've got to get a new tripod. I actually am looking at some today. I'm really excited about I have 2 meetings coming up, and I'm super excited about them, so. CS, what is CS doing? No, you can't go through my website right now, CS. It's not going to work that way. I didn't receive an email from you. Anyway, just email rayoflighttarot@yahoo.com. Ray of Light Tarot. It's not rayoflight@yahoo.com. Don't go by the message Christina put up. It's rayoflighttarot@yahoo.com. She just typed it wrong. And it's actually listed in the description of the video, CS. rayoflighttarot@yahoo.com. And I'll get back to you today. And don't apologize, you just typed it wrong. So send it there, and I'll get back to you today. I'm working on some readings today, but I will get back to you at some point. I've got, like I said, I've got 2 meetings this morning. Then I've got some readings I've got to get done and get out to people, and then I'll be free. So I will get in touch with you. Okie doke. You're welcome, CS. But yeah, if you book a reading, if you're just trying to book a reading, don't go through the website. The information's in the description. All you have to do, guys, to book a reading is either pay through PayPal or the Cash App listed in the description, whatever you choose. It's 75 for a 30-minute, 150 for a 1 hour, or a Map of Destiny, What Makes You Magic reading. Whatever you choose, make your payment. In the notes section, put your contact info and what type of reading you're ordering. If you want a live, we'll get you scheduled based on that. We can't schedule you to after I receive payment anyway, so you pay first, then we contact you to schedule you. If you want a recorded, we'll contact you to get your 3 questions or 6 questions based on the reading you're ordering, or the Map of Destiny, and we'll get you on the list. For the recorded, it's a little longer wait, because for lives, I can schedule you usually in 48 hours. For recorded, you get put on a list, and it's about a 5 to 6 day wait right now. I've got people that have been waiting a little longer, but we're about to be caught up on them. So that's what's up. Anyway, I went ahead and went over that because people are always asking about that. So thank you, CS, for asking that. And for anyone else that applies to, now you know. Anyway, guys, yeah, forgiveness is where it's at. It's really about you and your healing and what it brings you to. And also, it reminded me, like, the pendulum, there's a pendulum swing, right? And I got a little message, I got kind of defensive because somebody came in and told me that I needed to be more humble. And I'm still defensive about that in theory, because that one person saying that, it's not your place to tell someone else to be humble. I don't even remember who it was. It's Kathy Jean, somebody. That's not our place. I would never go into somebody's business channel or anything and say, you should be more humble. It's not our place to do that. So I would say that's my response to that person. However, as with any message or anything that comes into my consciousness, instead of, focusing it back like that, I also like to address how it applies to me. And I will say, I feel, because of the experience I had with my twin soul and the feeling that I had about sort of being thrown away once again, there was a pendulum swing for me. And the pendulum swang from this feeling of not being worthy and being sort of not being valued by someone, to, whoa, going all the way to the other side and being very much in my power, to the point that it could come across a little arrogant. And I recognize that. And it could especially come across that way to people who aren't being authentic and who aren't in their own power. It's very intimidating, right? Jai, you and I were talking about this. It can be very intimidating to people who are not in their power, or who are pretending to be, but who are not authentic, pretending to know more than they know. We have a lot of people, like on YouTube, that they use a lot of catchphrases and big words, but you can tell they don't actually know what they're talking about. And I'm not, we're all at different levels of learning. I'm not judging anyone, but I think it's really wrong to get on here and to present yourself to be some font of spiritual knowledge and wisdom if you're not. And so when you see people, watch people, guys. Watch what people say and what they do. Watch the vocabulary people use, and if they back it up with actually knowing what they're talking about, okay? Because it's easy to parrot other people. But anyway, when it comes to that pendulum swing, for those people that feel that I have become maybe full of myself, there's probably a little bit of truth to that, because I think the pendulum swung far to the other side when I stepped into my power and said, never again will I feel like I was thrown away by somebody. Never again will I feel like somebody doesn't value me. Never again will I not be in my power. So I would rather come across a little bit arrogant than to ever feel again the way I felt in the spring when I got dropped like a hot potato by somebody that was supposed to be my best friend, because of a few mistakes I made, that may have hurt that person, but they were no different than the mistakes that person's made over and over again with me. And the only reason that I wasn't, that we had our separations because of my mistakes, were because I didn't run when that person made their mistakes. I didn't run. And so that's why I didn't run. I stayed. So the point is, I apologize if it offends you, or if I have done something to offend anyone. That's not my intention. But I think it was important for me to let the pendulum swing a little farther to the other extreme get in my power and be, if possible, a little overconfident and treat myself and pamper myself. I do a lot of pampering things for myself now. I have a membership at the spa where I can do all the spa treatments I want, like 3 a day every day. And it's not cheap, but I do that for myself because I deserve that. I deserve to pamper myself. So I go to the spa. I go to the hair, I get my hair done a lot. I go to the and get my manicures and pedicures and waxes. I do that stuff for myself because I deserve it. And it's not me being arrogant. I don't think it's me being arrogant. I think it's me just loving on myself. And I'm making up for the lost time where I was loving on other people who didn't deserve my love and not loving on myself. So that's where I'm at, guys. And it's also made it easier for me to be forgiving because now that I'm loving on myself and respecting myself, I don't hold the resentment, or I still am hurt by that twin soul thing. And I think that we'll never talk again unless there's an equal amount of ownership from both sides. Not my problem though. I don't need to do anything more than I've already done. And I know a lot more about everything that's gone on because sometimes it sucks being intuitive, but things get confirmed for you. What I will say is keep loving yourself, guys. Give yourself the love the love you've been wanting to give to someone else. If they aren't deserving it, or maybe they're not even asking for it, give it to yourself. Love yourself. You deserve it. I think it was the Dalai Lama who said, it may have been Buddha, it may have been the Dalai Lama, but it doesn't really matter. The point is, the saying is, no one in this world is more deserving of your love and affection than you. You give it to you. Because if you don't, people that you love that come into your life, they're not going to love you properly either because you teach people how to treat you. You teach people how to treat you by the way you treat yourself. So if I'm relapsing and I'm, effing around and giving all of my love and trying to heal somebody else, and then like acting really insecure about things and not sure what's going on and questioning, and then if I'm treating myself like that, how is somebody else going to treat me? So if that's the case, you've got to forgive those people because it's just as much your fault as their fault, right? But then you get into the other things. So what I say, guys, love yourself, forgive the other doofuses that hurt you, but first love and forgive yourself. And don't allow anyone into your life if they're not willing to take equal part ownership and equal part of everything. Reciprocity, value you as a friend, live up to their side of the deal so that you live up to yours. All of that stuff is so important. Go get it. All right, guys. I love you guys. I mean it. It's time to go. I got to go. I have something at 10 and it's almost 10. Respect you. Here, listen to Jai. Respect you. Set that bar, baby. Set that bar, baby. Way up high. Way up high. Love you guys. You guys have, oh wait, let me, real quick. I missed a couple of the chats. Let me look at these and make sure I didn't miss anything. I found that I was constantly saying sorry for asking. Yeah. Well, and these soul connections that are so deep and so amazing, they come into your life to do a lot of things. Like, I'm so grateful. I was going to die a couple years ago if I hadn't met my twin soul that loved me when I was really not loving myself. We both agreed at that time. We kind of brought each other back to life. So that's beautiful. That's special. And I'll always love that person, whether we're in each other's lives or not. And I just really ultimately want happiness for myself and happiness for that other person. I don't care if they're with me or not. I'm going to be good either way. I've got amazing things coming my way no matter who they are, what they look like, to go along for the ride. It's all Gucci. It's all Gucci. You know what I mean? And I mean that from the bottom. It's true. So ultimately it's about gratitude and being grateful for the good things and the not so happy things that people brought into your life, because all those experiences have value. And yeah, it's just, I didn't think I was capable of loving that much. I've always been kind of a self-centered guy, and I did not think I was capable of loving someone to that extent. So I'm grateful to have learned, wow, hey, Jason, you're actually a pretty good guy. You're capable of loving someone so much that you would do a lot of things for them that you've never been willing to do for another person before. That's special, I never was like that because all my relationships were either just friendships or they were like that romantic relationship where you just right away it's like a romantic. So this twin soul, you guys know it's different because it's this intense friendship. It checks all the boxes. There's all these feelings. So it's cool to go, okay, so rare as it may be to find this, you're actually capable of loving someone in a very selfless way. That's special. So, and I got you guys. I got you guys. You guys got me too. Ray of light coming at you. All right. You guys have a great, great hump day. It is hump day, so please go get humped. And if you're not going to be good, at least be good at it. Bye, guys.